We have a project in Manggis in Bali. So that's an organic farm-to-table project. So previously in Manggis village, they farm. But basically rice crops is by and large. The irrigation channel broke down during a flood and they really were stuck. The farmers didn't have a means of creating a new crop. So someone came to us again and said, how could we help in this space? Now, there was very little local government support for this project. So we really just kicked it off with different stakeholders. And now we built some momentum. We helped those farmers get their produce ready for sale. So we really utilize our supply chain to create standing orders for this new organic rice crop. But it wasn't until that really sort of took hold that did local government take note. Mm-hmm. That, hey, there's something interesting happening here. Mm-hmm. And then they started to get engaged and now thinking about how they could replicate this in other villages. Now, would they have done that 6 months ago? No. But, now they can see what is going on and that's a great outcome, the fact that they can.
Would you say that it's a good example of what we call regenerative travel?
Yes, I think, and it's a tough one, that's a very, very high standard, regenerative
no, we have
travel.
to start with something.
I know, it's very high. However, I think, yes, the lands are now better farmed because it's organic. The farmers are actually involving more and more of the community, especially the women. We partnered with a local NGO who are advocates of female empowerment. And historically, traditionally, women were never involved in the farming activities. Now the women are really getting involved, not in farming crops, but really working with our hotels to go, what sort of organic herbs and vegetables might the hotels be interested in? And so the women have now taken their own workshops to be able to grow these amazing herbs and vegetables, which now the hotels previously had air flown in, but now they're able to source locally. So yeah, definitely in that village, if the definition of regenerative tourism is to leave the place better than you found it, I think, one could argue in our own small way, we have achieved that and are still achieving it.
This is very inspiring. How do you find the people who will give you this idea, who will introduce the project? You're talking about something very specific. It's like a needle point on the map of Bali. How did you get to know about them? Who fed you back?
So we wanted to create, because of other work that we do in other villages in Indochina, we wanted to see if we could create a farm-to-table concept. So we just put it out to our local teams, our Balinese team, to go, this is what we're trying to do. Surely that there must be a village who would be really interested in participating in such a project or willing to convert their farmland into doing organic farming that could be then utilized by our supply chain.
So they went out and scooted for you.
So this, yes, a little bit. And also, so some of our staff came from that Manggis community. So that's how we really got wind of that. And that's really how we get most of our ideas or how these projects are sourced. It's truly from our people on the ground. And they've brought sort of, and it was great because these people really put the whole project together and they have such huge commitment now and ownership of this project. So it runs by itself. Hopefully we can see the crop this month, the first rice crop, which is going to a lot of the hotels that are suppliers of Discovers.
You must be delighted.
It is. It's exciting. I'll be more delighted when I can go there for a cooking class and have lunch at this village.
We'll go with you.
Yeah. So that is the next level then, is how do we now take, develop other experiences where travelers can really go and experience that authenticity.